Shalom, Israel, Shalom. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi. Call Halalyam Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Wa, Qadashka, Mamanya, Wa, Qadashka, La, the Kwa, Shammai, Yasharala, Yahawah, Allahayim Nawa, Yahawah, Ahad, Tuwab, Tuwab. Amen. Shalom, Israel, Shalom. Ah, yes. This is gonna be kind of like you know, just talking through the spirit lesson. Getting a bit of the sick greenery and scenery from Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi. Um, I'll just float, wherever the wind blowing, I'm going. And a testimony, you know, and it's going and we're gonna get some scriptures, and Lord's will, you guys are edified, but it's just yesterday, and maybe for the last couple of days, but mainly yesterday was a heavy. It was like you could say study day, because I think a lot of us need to take time to do more studying. And even if you learned in the scriptures, you could never know enough. You could never, but you have to do it in moderation, and that's what I do. I do it in moderation. I get in and eat abundantly, let it digest, and I meditate. And then, I might skim, you know, and kind of go. Sometimes I go back and forth with the milk, what I'm saying, to quench my thirst. And then, a little wine, and, and and then I go back into that roll, but I take that in moderation, cut nice chunks out of it and eat it, and then meditate with thy teachers, because somebody has brought you into this truth, not no man per se, but somebody was a vessel for you to come into this truth, you know, and let me get some scripture on that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give us bread of adversity and water of affliction, yet not thy teachers, Salakia, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Let's read that again. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you bread of adversity and water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And I had plans on doing another lesson today. But I'm going to do it anyway. It's not going to stop me from doing it. I was inspired by the elder brother Yashar's breakdown of the book of Ruth, and it just made me kind of want to matter of fact, I read Ruth right afterwards, but and then I read Romans, First and Second Corinthians, and then I also Salakia. I also it inspired me to get into the book of Judges. I want to get, because the spirit the spirit needs to be needs to eat and to work out, you know. And my favorite men of the Bible are Samson, Joshua, Caleb, obviously Yahawashi Hamashiach, who's first. But that's who inspire me the most. But strong, renowned, royal, regal, powerful men of war. Those are like my, I always go back to, and I grew up loving, Samson, and and the will and determination and the tactical, warlike mentality of Joshua and Caleb and just the fearlessness of it. And then when you put yourself inside of it, and sometimes it sounds good when another brother breaks it down and breaks it down crispy, clean, and precise, you know, and that's what the elder brother Yahshua does when he breaks down certain, him and also the elder brother Aram from Mysteries of the Kingdom, but they break things down in such precision, and then when you start to put yourself inside of that moment, you can feel your history. You can see, you know, where you came from or who you are, and be in that type of scenario like a movie. You understand what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing when it's done in a proper and decency and in order. When it's done properly. You know, and when I first got into this truth, um, which was, I've been in, like, I could say maybe 4 to 5 years, five at the most, and as far as I can remember, you know, and 6 years will be stretching it. But I know I knew about this thing for a long time. But as far as getting in depth, I couldn't be no more than 4 years, three, really in depth of really studying, praying, continuously meditating, asking the Lord to increase in spirit, getting into the habit of our customs and really getting in depth into our culture, Um, but being in the truth, yeah, for a while, but like we always say, it's more than about knowing that you're an Israelite, you know, and then you have to find someone because everybody finds someone in this story of Yahawah's that they um they follow behind, that they heard a voice, whether it been the enemy or through the spirit, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because Yahawashi said, "My sheep hear my voice," and it started off with the elders, the elder apostles, you know, uh, the elder apostle Tahar, the elder apostle Gabar, the elder apostle Ramlab, the elder apostle Rawchaa. I say them first, but and then going back and forth to other videos and back and forth to other groups, looking at them to see what they were saying, because at first when you first see it, it's just somebody preaching the Bible, but then when you start to get in tuned, you you start to notice different breakdowns and different, the way the Bible's supposed to be broken down, and you start to get the magnitude of it, and not everybody was sounded the same, so then I got more in tuned into Elder Apostle Tahar, and him and Elder Apostle Tahar and Gabar and Ramlab and Elder Apostle Rakah. Those were like they were always together. So I never like was not watching one or the other. It was always watching them as like a unit early on in the like early, you know, 2010, 11, you know, and then I ran across the elder brother Aram, Aram from Mysteries of the Kingdom, Birmingham, Alabama camp, and you walk by them, and and he caught my ear, you know. So I was really, really studying with him like every day, his breakdowns and metaphors, and you know, it, it was it was exciting, and then it was the elder brother Kazak, you know, and then they started to fall in place, like boom, being back and forth with and then it was the elder brother Yarshawamba, you know, because he was like the power that was radiating off him was absolutely, edifying, you know. And then the elder brother, Manata Zakbar from South Carolina, and that was my go-to. That was my flow every day, you know, just getting fed, back and forth, every time an epistle pop up, I would boom, go straight to my the alerts, and and I'm writing down notes, I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm putting my headphones on, I'm sleeping with the scriptures literally, with the audio, like I'm going to sleep on it. I kept, because you can't write in your sleep. You can't read in your sleep. So straight audio, boom, and I'm sleeping in the scriptures. I get up and now I'm hooked. So now I can't go one day without listening to these brothers. And then the spirit jumped on me to start doing lessons, you know, and but it was like it's your teachers are like your spiritual parents, you know. So when you have someone who can give you and edify you in that manner, you stick to your guns. You praise and worship and give thanks and glory and honor to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for leading you to the right teachers. You understand what I'm saying? The right one. Because you could be led astray easily. You could be dealing with an ISUPK or IUIC or some of these other and then you be you be in a ditch, you know. So when the Lord gives you favor like that, you got to give praise and worship, man. You have to, you know, because you were shown and guided to, to the teachers that your spiritual parents that's gonna help you grow in this thing. You understand what I'm saying? And like like Apostle Tahar was like, it was like supping with my grandfather, and Apostle Gabar kind of like my pops. He kind of reminded, and I got into the truth when right when my pops died. So that was kind of like right on point. And then Elder Apostle, Ramlab was like like my uncle, and they all, and Elder Rakah felt like, your older bro that you always follow, and with all the gang, and you got you know elder the elder brother Aram, who seemed like, like my old school ass uncle or something, who had, always had the right shit to say, you know. That's what it was like, and then you had then Elder Yashawamba, who sounded like your close, it was like your close cousin that you kicked it with every day. You know what I'm saying? Like straight family. And when that resonates with you, like through the spirit, like you know them, and it starts feeling like family. And I ain't never seen these men a day in my life, but it don't feel that way. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, these are the spirits that I get from them. And then I feel when they speak, I listen, you know. And then then it was just like a trickle effect where I'm listening to the elder brother Malcolm from the Chicago camp. Now I'm listening to certain other brothers, from the Boston camp, and it's trickling down to the Philly camp, and then boom, all of a sudden, from the LA camp, the young powerful men out there, and then it just started to go in rotation. You understand what I'm saying? But I always go back to my go-tos, through the spirit, you know, because it's about edification. It's about growth. And when you have when you have a person in place like your grandfather, your father, your uncles, your cousin, you know, um, then and they got nothing but great information and experience, then that's how you become a whole person. That's how you become, you know, that's how you become rooted and have a solid foundation. So the people that listen to me, I'm, and follow me, because subscribers are like, symbolic, or to being, followers of teachers. So you want to give the best edification. You want to edify as best as possible for growth. You want to give the best lessons. You don't want to rush into anything. You don't want to you just don't want to say anything. You want to say all the right things. You know. So that's what that's pretty much my testimony. Like I said, like Elder Yashawamba, powerful. Elder brother Aram, clean, precise. The elder brother Kazak, you know, he has game on the history, you know, and then you got elder brother Manat Zakbar, who, you know, his passion is almost unmatched, you know, and then you know, and sometimes you got to, you know, you watch how he how he'll verbally just cut a scoffer, you know, break him down, you know. I love watching that shit, you know. And then you got you know, you got your elder, you got the, you know, the elder apostles, you know, like I said, Elder Rawchaa is like your elder brother that you always watch, you know. And you know, you know, got all the gang, got all, you know, and you just follow behind him, you know. That's what it felt like, you know, like he could never do nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying. Then you had elder, you know, the elder brother, you know, uh Apostle Gabar, who like felt like my pop listening to my pops talk, you know. And then, like I said, Ramlab was like your uncle that, you know, he always had a little, little nugget for you, but you had to find, you know, you had to be sincere, but he always had a nugget for you. You know what I'm saying? That's who the Elder Gabar remind me, Ramlab remind me of, you know. You know, he real smooth, you know. And the elder apostle Tahar is just like your grandfather in the spirit, you know. You don't want to say the wrong shit. You want to be always on point, but you want to make him proud. When he's talking in that reclining chair, you sitting down next to him, whether it be on the floor or in another chair, you know, sitting next to him, soaking up every word. And that's what it was like. That was like my family tree through the spirit, so to speak. And then everybody else is like family falling into place. But you got to have that power surge, that power outlet that's close to you, so you can follow this doctrine in its right manner, in its right order. You know what I'm saying? Let's read this again. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you bread of adversity and water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. So you're gonna see the ones that that are that the Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi has given you, you know, for your guidance, for your edification purpose, for your growth in this truth. You know, they won't be hidden in the corner anymore. You'll see them. You'll know who they are, because the Lord will tell you that through their voice. You understand what I'm saying? That's real talk. You know. So, you know, that was just a quick hit right there. You know. I wanna go to James 4 and 8. James 4 and 8. Draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts. Your heart meaning your mind. La'ab. La'ab. Clear your hearts, ye double-minded. You know, so you can't think, you can't be having itching ears going to other wayward doctrines. Like we got this bug out cat roaming around talking about some psychedelics. You can't go around, you know, jumping and nose diving or peeking in on other doctrines, you know, because it might sound good. You know, you stick to your guns. You stick to the 144% truth. You know, and like I say, I believe GMS has the 144% doctrine. My, you know, like I say, my family in the spirit, my spiritual parents, so to speak. So, you know, you don't go off kill. You don't go off, you don't sidebar yourself. You stay sincere. You know, oh ye double minded. You know, don't contradict yourself. Nigga, if it's real, it's real. If it ain't, it ain't. It's either you let your yay be your yay and your nay be your nay. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to 1 John 1 and 5. This then is the message which we have heard of him, and declare unto you that Yahawah is light, and in him is no darkness at all. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So if we fellowship together as people, you know, like in these wonderful councils, but we're walking in the darkness and we're listening to wayward doctrines and false philosophies, if we're dealing treacherously, still of the world, so to speak. And we're fellowship, and we say that we're in the light, then we making them a liar. The truth is not in us. So continue to do what you got to do as, a follower of this wonderful truth, and continue to be on the right track and stay with your teachers, and let's just get fed to the end, because there's an end near, you know, an end is near, and we must prepare for that. And the only way you can prepare for that is these scriptures and this 144% doctrine. You know what I'm saying? This 144% truth. You know. Let's get some more scriptures. Psalms 119 and 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and the law is the truth. These scriptures, this book is the truth, and 144% of it. So you can't go wrong. You can never go wrong. You know, and you can never stop learning. And that was my mission yesterday. Yesterday was what, the 23rd. Today's the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. And yesterday was just prayer, it was meditation, and it was study day. So make sure you have a study day where you can get in depth, and look at your teachers and kind of get in depth in the scriptures, and get to know your teachers, get in depth like your family. And what I mean by that, you can't get up and go to Mississippi. You can't get up and go to Alabama. You can't get up and just go to Dallas. But when you communicate, ask questions, or go to comment boards, ask questions, and if you don't want to do that, take what a person says, and then you do what it needs to be done. And that means study to show thyself approval, get in depth in the scriptures, read, read, and then go in the dictionary, go in the etymology dictionary, go through the Hebrew concordance, go through, Google. Just do whatever you can to get the right answers for what the meaning of words are, stuff like that. Samson, that's enough, Samson. So, you just got to get in depth in it. All right, Sammy said, that's enough. Salakia, forgive me, please. So, let's go to another precept. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Reproof, that means correction. Correction from your elders, correction from people in this truth that have the 100% truth. Correction is reproof. It is the way of life. The direction that Yahawashi wants you to go. It's the way of life. This is how you live. It's righteousness. It's everlasting righteousness. You understand what I'm saying? So, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to, you know, we're trying to, seal the hopeful elect. We, and allow Yahawashi Hamashiach, the Mashiach to sup with us. And that's what he's doing through your teachers. That's what he's doing through, this 144%. That's what he's doing while you sleeping. He's supping with you. He's giving you, he's feeding you and giving you because he never gave us a spirit of fear. So these days, there's nothing to be afraid of. Pure, unadulterated, no fear, a Caleb and a Joshua mentality. And that's gonna be my next lesson when I get a chance. It'll be a further breakdown, or maybe a 2 or 3 part series, But those are some men in the Bible that I really want to get in depth with, you know. So, it's a beautiful thing. Let me see. Let's go to Psalms 51:7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. You know what I mean? A hyssop was a cleaning agent in the ancient times that they used to soak in and anoint, and cleanse yourself with in the old times. and they baptismal or you bathed in it, and be and that and that's what they wash themselves with. But it's equivalent to these scriptures. Once you get into these scriptures and you get in depth with Yahawashi Hamashiach, and he subs with you, you become whiter than snow. You become renewed, and that's all we can ask for, with these defiled, decrepit bodies that we're in, and how we're just full of, we're full of sin, and we're full of, it's just you know, it's a glorifying thing to be next to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man, because it could be it, man. You just don't want to be in the hands of Yahawah, man. You don't want to be, you know. you know, you just don't. So, I don't want to be here too long. It's already, I didn't want to be too long. Now I'm kind of rambling on, but it was like a testimony thing. But I really wanted to put that out there for people who see this video. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, there's been a lot of false prophets out there. You know, this guy named the Wrath of God, who's been speaking on false philosophies and this pseudo soothsaying bullshit to put Israel under a spell. And then you got ISUPK talking about taking vaccinations and and all this crazy stuff, and IUIC talking about take these vaccinations. Man, you are these are scary times, man, because there's people who actually look up to these people. They look up to these men, man. And, and then what? Then what? You know? You willing to take that ride? Are you willing to inject yourself with this poison? Which the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, is coming right after that. Are you willing to take that ride? You know, Instead of listening to the people who are trying to guarantee your salvation through the Spirit and being the vessel and the mouthpiece of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You know, but this is the story that's written by Yahawah. So that's why you give thanks, honor, and praise if you're casted, your lot has been casted into the right position. You know. And I really, like I said, this was gonna be something else, but right now I'm just wherever the wind blowing, I'm going. I'm flowing through the Spirit, like because I just feel like this is important. To know who your teachers are, who can help you. You know, so that's all I want to say. You know, I like to give double honors to my apostles. My elders who speak this truth in sincerity, who rule well. I like to say peace and salutations to the Akim spread abroad, spitting this fire. And I like to say blessings to the Aqua that are listening and learning. This is just loyal to the soil. Shalom, Israel. Kwam Yasharala. Rise, Israel. And remember to love Yahawah, Yahawashi, like they love you. Shalom, Israel. Gird up your loins.